Hi, everyone. Ann
Hi.
Butler here, along with my creative girlfriend, Lisa Rojas.
Be me.
That means her.
That
Yes.
means me.
I am just going to make sure we are live on Facebook.
Yay.
We are also streaming on YouTube and
Yes.
my Ann Butler Designs page.
Yes.
So there we are.
Yay.
Okay. So to start again, my name is Ann Butler. I am with my creative girlfriend, Lisa Rojas, and we are Bella Crafts Publishing. We publish a free magazine 4 times a year. It is filled with crafty goodness and it comes right to your inbox. So what more could you ask?
Exactly.
Yes. I mean, currently I am working on the summer issue. It will be out in mid-June. And there are always at least 20 projects, sometimes more. I've scaled it back a bit, but 20 projects. And we do have our 20-minute crafts. So we have quick and easy crafts in there. So what's not
Yes.
to love?
Exactly. We have both.
Hi,
One.
Penny.
Hi, Penny.
Oh, I love your sunflowers. Lisa
Penny.
especially loves your sunflowers.
Yes. Penny. I forgot to notify you that you won last week. Sorry.
We announced it. You
Yeah.
weren't here, and then I don't know if you were here at the end. But
Yeah.
yay, Penny.
So yes. So please send me your information. I don't even remember what we did last week.
We need your mailing address because it
Yes.
is from
Yes.
I don't remember.
I don't either, but we need your mailing address and your email. Okay, so send that to
Yep.
send a or you can private message me.
Oh, I'm sorry. I hope he's okay. She was at her husband's heart doctor. Stampendous was last week, but we announced the winner for Stampendous this week. So it was 2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I don't remember because I was in Fargo with my daughters and my granddaughter, and I was not live. Only Lisa was live.
Yeah.
Oh, blank plate page muse.
Yes, that's it.
That's it. It's a $25 gift card for their shop.
Yes. Yes, yes, yes.
I knew it'd come
Thank
to me.
you.
Hi, Rebecca.
I look in my nifty book that I keep it all in because I have to keep track. I have to keep track. So
It is something we have to do, yes.
yes.
So before we actually get started, I wanted to share with you guys the 2 cards that I finished last week after our live with
Oh
Stampendous.
yes.
Because I was having I wasn't sure I liked what I was doing, so I changed it up just a little bit. So this is one of them.
Love that.
And I love how it turned out. Because during the live, I had a strip of ribbon or string right here.
Yeah.
I didn't love that. So I cut that little tiny bit of foiled paper and put there. And
So
I
cool.
love how that one turned out.
Yes, it's beautiful.
And then the other one I was working on, which I know Rebecca loved because of all the sparkly. Hi, Lisa.
Hi, Lisa.
Is this one.
Oh, yes.
So I wasn't 100% sure on how I wanted to finish this one either, because I think I had die cut letters out and I just thought it was too much. So what I did was I took one of my sentiments from my sentiment kit and I foiled it in the silver. So that matched and that turned out. I love how that turned out.
Yes.
And I also used a strip of the silver foil right there.
I just love the foil strips. Those are just so perfect instead of using ribbon.
Yeah, they just add that extra sparkle and I just love it.
Yeah.
So I wanted to show you guys that. I took a picture and I put it in the group. I'm not sure if everybody had seen it. So I just wanted to show you, I do finish things. But
I love that.
today we are working with some of my products, and I am using Stencils from StencilGirl. And I am creating different backgrounds. So I'm showing you a technique. I'm not doing a project. I love techniques, and I think all of you do too.
Yes.
So I wanted to just, Rebecca had put in the group earlier that she was getting inky and doing all sorts of fun things. And I had been working with my stencils anyhow, because I was doing a blog post for StencilGirl that will be out May, the end of the month, I believe, on their blog. And I just kept playing. Actually, I actually cleaned all of my stencils too, which was a process.
I'll just say, what? No, you didn't.
Well, no. Okay, so they're still all colorful, but all the paint and the layers are off. Which, you can't help when they turn color because they're clear, and then you're using inks and depending. But mine are so well loved. They were caked with dried paint and stuff. So I had to work a couple days on getting them all clean. There are a couple that I'm not real happy with yet, but I'm working on it.
I love that.
I just kept playing with my stencils, and I came up with some blending techniques, because I know sometimes it's hard to blend inks, and they do look bare stained. They're well loved, right? But when you get paint on them, it's hard to use them.
Yeah.
Yeah. Especially when it's a layer.
I'm like obsessive to where I clean everything after. I can't.
Yes.
I clean it all.
See, I use my stamps and stencils as tools, and they're very well loved. But I do clean them occasionally.
That's too funny. For those of you that saw, that was my husband in the background.
It was. That's why she switched it real quick. But when you gotta let the dogs out.
Yep. Emmy was. I'm like, okay.
And we couldn't hear it. So I want to remind you guys, because I didn't say it during Lisa's live, like, comment, and share.
That's right.
With the hashtag BellaCrafts to be entered for this week's giveaway. This week's giveaway, it runs all week. So even if you're watching the replay, you have a chance to enter. You have to do the hashtag on the Facebook Live page. It will pick up if you do it from my Ann Butler Designs Facebook page, because it picks up that hashtag. But if you're watching from YouTube, do a hashtag in your comment. Leave a comment. And this goes for 1 week. So
until Tuesday at midnight Central Time.
Yep.
So you have a whole.
I was going to look at the date. So it goes until the 24th.
Yes, a whole.
And then we pick our winners, and the winner will receive a sampler pack of my toner papers and sentiments. So those sell pretty well, and I know people like them.
Yeah, they're good. What's not to love?
I love this, Penny. She says Anne uses hers, and I collect them. Well, let's get those stencils out, Penny, so that you can start using them. You too, Rebecca. I mean, you can create. Okay, so like with my background stamps from Unity, it's easy to create a background. You stamp it. I mean, it's exact size for an A2 card. But with stencils, once you have everything out, you can sit and play and do different things. And you can have a whole stack of backgrounds ready to use whenever you want. So just take a couple hours and make a bunch and play and get to know your inks. And it's just fun.
Yeah. Lisa loves your toner papers. The other Lisa.
Thank you. I do. I love them too. It is.
Yeah.
Lisa in her live said that her favorite thing was my rhinestone genie, which I love, but I love the toner papers. I think they are like my favorite just because they're so versatile.
Yeah.
You know, you can use them for so many things.
And beautiful. Oh.
Yeah. So
great designs.
Lisa's can put links in while I am live. And if you guys have any questions, just put them in the comments and I'm going to get started.
Okay.
Wait, before I get started, I'm going to switch my camera so Lisa can talk for a minute while I'm switching my camera.
It's going to switch your camera over. Okay. Yeah.
That kind of looks crooked.
Oh, there you go. Look at that.
Look at what?
Those are great stencils.
Yes, and I only have a few of my stencils out. I think with StencilGirl 612, I have about 24 stencils maybe, and I'm working on some more. But for today, I am using the random assorted dots. I love that. And dots and circles seem to be one of the best sellers for StencilGirl. And this is the hexagon basket weave. And then this is the linked fence. So that's 3 of the stencils I used in my samples when I was creating. So this is a blended technique where I took 3 colors and you create the 4th and 5th color when you blend those together. This wasn't something I was going to actually show. I did it this morning. I thought, well, I want to show the difference because this is really the technique I was going to show, was where you take and you blend a background and then you stencil over it to create your background. And it kind of does, it kind of looks like it's black paper with the color showing through. So it kind of looks like a reverse stencil. But it's so easy to do. And the thing is, if you're not familiar with blending or you don't think you're good at it, it does not matter with this one. You can have it not blended perfectly, and once you put your stencil over and use that black, it just all kind of fades away into the background.
Yeah.
So I am using GinaK inks. And for this is Passionate Pink, Wild Lilac, and Tranquil Teal. That's what's on both of these. Now I did the same thing with this, but this is one that I had done first, and I used the bubble gum, and I didn't like it as well. So I switched it to the Passionate Pink. I just think that is so much prettier. It's brighter. This has kind of orangish tones. And
yeah, I can see that.
I did not like it as well. I mean, it's fine, but I was not happy with this one at all.
Well, that's what playing is all about.
That is, right?
Yeah.
So these are Key Lime, Tranquil Teal, and In the Navy. And I think this one is maybe my favorite.
That's really
because it's a smaller, close pattern of a stencil compared to the dots where so much of that background is showing. I think it doesn't blend as well as an all over pattern.
Yeah, I love that.
Okay,
I love the white and the black backgrounds too, showing the difference.
Penny said she always gets splotches starting off the paper. I'm going to show you how to hopefully not get those splotches. So then I just wanted to show these to you. This one is I want to show you the colors. This one is, I believe, Wild Dandelion, Turquoise Sea, and no. Okay, this is Lucky Clover, Turquoise Sea, and the Wild Lilac. I love these colors together.
That's really pretty. It's a good combination.
Is the Wild Dandelion. And then the Tranquil Teal and in the navy. I think that Tranquil Teal kind of goes with everything, which is perfect because it is in our brand colors.
Yeah.
So, you know, that helps. So these stencils are 6x6. And so I cut some just white cardstock, nothing special. And it is, I cut it in half of a 8.5 by 11. So this is 5.5. And then I cut the excess off. So this is just a little over 6 inches. So I'd have room to tape when I was going to be taping. And I'm going to use the Passionate Pink. I'm going to open these up.
I absolutely love that ink pad. That Passionate Pink is just gorgeous.
Isn't it? And then there's the Wild Lilac, and here is the Tranquil Teal. So I'm just going to get all three of these out. I'm going to move my camera a little bit closer so I don't, oops, sorry. Sorry about the bumpiness. So I don't have to reach so far. And I love these brushes from Pink and Main. There are all sorts of brushes out on the market, and this isn't, they're not paying me at all to say this, but these brushes are fabulous.
Yep.
Because it doesn't hurt my hand while I'm holding them. And I'm doing all of this blending. It doesn't hurt. And what I've done is I try to keep, like, you can go from one color to the next with Gina's inks. You want to go lighter to darker. But like I have several of these, and this is for my reds and pinks.
Right.
So I try to keep them. And then this is for, let me see if you can see that. You can't. It's in there.
Yeah.
There. That's for my purples. So once you've used it, you can kind of see what colors they're for. And this is
what I do with mine too. And
yeah, because this is for my teals and greens, you know. And after I'm done with this, I mean, I may store it. Lisa probably wipes hers all off. But
I do.
But before I would ever use it again, I would always try to get all that excess ink out before going to another color.
Right.
But I've been using these. That's why they're so juicy. But we're going to start.
They're the best.
We're going to start with the Passionate Pink. And other blending brushes work. I used to use daubers all the time, and I always had issues with daubers. You know, they work really great to go inside the stencil, but to create this colored background, not so much. So I get lots of ink on here. And I'm going to work this way down. And if you get that blotch right there, Penny, I just work off a little bit before I come on. And then I come in. Because then that blotchiness will hopefully almost be off the edge there. But for this, you're using 3 colors. So I go a little over a third of the way down for the first color, so that the second color and the first color will overlap slightly.
Yeah, and you had mentioned you always go light to dark with your colors.
Yep.
Yeah, that's important.
So that is blended nicely. It's a little darker over here, but I'm going to show you why that's not even going to matter. Then I'm going to take some of the Wild Lilac, which is probably my favorite. I switched the colors up because I was going to use, I was going to go with the one that had in the navy. I was going to demo with these, and I thought, no, I have to use purple. So I have a craft sheet underneath here. You can use a piece of copy paper or whatever. So again, I'm going to go off and then come on. And you can swirl in both directions.
Yeah. Oh, Penny, you've got to use those. You've got to use your brushes, girl.
Yep. You just get them out. Just play.
Yeah.
You know, that's what I think so much of this is playing.
Yeah.
So I'm adding some more ink here.
Evening, right?
What?
In the evening when you're watching TV or whatever, you know, just grab a TV tray and go to town.
You're going to be surprised because the more you do something, the better you get at it. That is just the way it is. And these brushes have really made things easy. So I'm blending the Passionate Pink and the Wild Lilac just a little bit more. And I'm using the lilac brush, but I'm going to come in later and use the pink one too. So now I'm going to do the Tranquil Teal. And, you know, it may look like I'm getting just all the ink out of this pad, but I'm not. It doesn't take a lot of ink. I just want my whole brush filled. So again, I go off the edge. And then I come in. And this is where I'm going to blend that purple and the Tranquil Teal together.
I think going off the edge to start with, I think that is like the key tip to using, you know, blending brushes.
It is. I mean, it just helps so much. So there you can see, I mean, this isn't even like perfect at all by any means. But if you're going to use this for a background and not put anything over it, you would want to work it a little bit more. So I'm going to use just a little bit more of the Passionate Pink and go back down over that lilac just a little bit. And going over those colors isn't going to hurt your brushes. So I like that blend just a little bit more. And
that's pretty.
I'm going to use a little bit more of the lilac right where those two come together. The Tranquil Teal and the lilac. Isn't that beautiful?
That's gorgeous. I love that.
Easy. I mean, the next one I show you is way easier than this, but I think this is very easy. So I'm going to use my hexagon basket weave, and I'm going to put it in place. So this is, I made it just a little bit bigger than the 6 inches so that I would have room to tape this on. I'm going to tape it, and normally I would use purple tape, but I know I'm not going to use this top edge because it's not going to be stenciled. So I am using just a Scotch tape to keep that in place for me. That way I know for sure it's not going to shift at all. And I'm actually taping it to my craft sheet because I can turn my craft sheet around if I need to. And I'm using the Onyx Ink, and this is the only blender brush that I use only for black because you're never going to get that black out.
It's hard to get it out.
It is. So you want to ink that up really well. And you can start anywhere on here. I'm still going to go off the edge just a little. And I'm going to show you when I'm done what happens like if you don't get it dark enough in places. Because the cool thing about stencils is it's easy to line back up because you can see exactly where you were. So you want, I mean, this looks like a total mess, right? I mean, you know, you did all those pretty colors and then you got this big mess going on. But it will be so worth it. And even though I have this taped down, I still kind of hold these edges just so it doesn't move at all.
Yeah, little more security there.
Yeah. You know, just because if a stencil moves, then you have like a shadow, which isn't the end of the world. But after you've done all this work of doing this beautiful colors, you want it to not shift. So I'm just gonna, I want this a little darker. I can tell this only because I've done quite a few. And because of my lighting, I'm not sure if you can tell so much the difference in color, but I can.
Penny has a question for you.
Okay.
She bought a spray can, I can't talk, of Pixie Spray, and she wants to know how you like it.
Until I cleaned my stencils. I love it because it holds everything in place.
Yep.
And it works perfectly. It does. But I would clean it off right away. That is one thing I would clean off right away.
Yep.
Because you can use it and reuse it and it lasts for a long time. But you want to clean it off your stencil if you're not going to use them for a long period of time. It comes off so easy. Water, little warm water, and a sponge, and it comes off. So that's not a problem. But I do love it because it holds the stencils exactly where they need to go. The reason I'm not using it is I just cleaned all my stencils.
Yeah, see, that's the reason why I clean my stencils after I use them, because I almost always use the Pixie Spray.
Right. And so the Pixie Spray, you want to clean it up, but the Pixie Spray works beautifully with fabric too. So I'm going to peel this up. Well, I'll peel these off first. See, so I'm going to rip the paper a little bit because I didn't use purple tape, but I know I'm not using that part anyhow, so I'm okay with that. And then peel this off. And isn't that beautiful? And even if it's blotchy, you're not going to see it because the black over it just kind of pulls everything together.
Yeah, I love that.
Yeah, I mean, and if you have all your inks out, go ahead and make a bunch of these and use all of your stencils for different looks. Now I'm going to wipe this because it has black all over it. Just with the baby wipe. because I'm going to reuse this one with those same colors.
Okay. Becca says she just bought some purple spray or Pixie Spray today.
It is wonderful stuff. It works wonderfully. So
yeah, I love it.
It holds your stencils in place. But yes, I would just clean your stencil right away. And I don't have a problem not cleaning my stencils right away. But that will build up, and then it just takes longer to clean. So
yeah.
So now I'm going to take another piece of paper and place this back down. And for this one, I am using the purple tape because I am not inking all the way up to the edge. And the purple tape is perfect because it doesn't rip your paper or anything like the Scotch tape. So now I'm going to take the Passionate Pink again. And I'm going to hold this corner because it does lift up. I could tape the entire thing, but I'm not going to. And for this, I didn't go off the edge because I have this thick edge right here. I just go off the edge when I'm doing cardstock because I'm going edge to edge. And you can do this with more colors. You don't have to do it with just 3. You could do 5 colors if you wanted, if you had a larger stencil. But this background is way quicker to do because you're not trying to blend everything perfectly because you can't really see it anyways. This is my purple, so I'm going to do the Wild Lilac.
And you know I love lots and lots of color. So what would it look like if you did the overlay in like a light color instead of a black?
You know, I'm not 100% sure. I'm not sure if it would depend upon the color.
Yeah.
And you would want to heat set your inks, even though they dry pretty quickly, but to make sure you're not going to run that color and make it muddy.
Yeah.
You know, because I'm blending these 2 colors. If you add a color on top of this, it might blend.
Right. Yeah.
Unless it's heat set. So
that's a good point. I didn't think of that.
Yeah. So you want to just make sure you don't want it to turn out muddy after you do this.
No, not when you spend so much time working on it.
Well, they don't take that long. And even if you mess it up,
yeah,
you can fix it. I mean, it's not unfixable. But and even with this, some of the colors you can tell you can have a lighter hand so that the color is lighter. It's just I like to really see that color and have that color pop. If
that is a beautiful combination.
So I'm coming up into that purple.
Wow.
And then I'm going to take the Passionate Pink and I'm going to come down into that purple just a little bit more. Okay, so I'm going to turn it this way for you guys. Isn't that beautiful?
Oh, that's so pretty.
And it's so easy to do. Hi, Maria. It's just so easy to do.
Yeah, I love that.
You know, so like I was doing this and I wasn't planning, I was just showing a technique. I wasn't planning on doing a project, but you make a bunch of these and you can pre-die cut them so you have them all ready for cards for whenever. I'm gonna get this tape off, but you can pre-die cut them into, I normally do A2 cards. That's just the size of card. I like it because with an 8.5 sheet by 11, 8.5 by 11 sheet of paper, you get 2 cards bases.
Yeah.
So that's generally the size I make. But you can just have a bunch of these ready, and that's a little wet. So here's my card base. When I die cut these black backgrounds with the scallops, because I love them, I'll die cut like 20 of them. Just so I have them ready, you know, because you never know when you need a quick card. And
true.
I like to have them ready even for my lives, because I am a last minute person, you know.
Yes,
so
you are.
I took and die cut this. Okay, so my stencils are 6 by 6. So I die cut this. I have this little strip left because I put this all the way over to the side. I have this little strip left that can be used for a sentiment. It can be used as an accent on a card.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you can throw the rest away, but you can always keep that. And you can put this on the card, and you can just, like, my sentiment pack has, I don't know, 60 sentiments in it. You can just do that and you're done.
Yeah.
I would maybe put a bow there. Me, myself, I would put a bow, but so it makes quick cards if you do a bunch of these backgrounds. And I even did one. So with StencilGirl, I have a couple 12 by 12 stencils that have all these triangles and all these shapes. So you can do quilts. And I did this one, and then I dropped the ink pad right there.
Oh, I hate when I do that.
I messed it up. It's fine. I just wanted to show it to you. But see, this is perfect, you know, for a Post-it note holder or something.
Yeah.
You know, that size. So you could do that. There's so much you can do with these. I'm going to switch my camera back. And get us both in here.
Very cool.
You do your best work at the last minute, Penny. I do too. I work really well under pressure, which is something that I never wished upon my children ever, but there are a couple. I mean, you know, last minute,
yeah,
I've never missed a deadline, you know. Nope. And yeah, last minute, that is what I do.
Yeah.
And embellishment spot for that. Yeah, that would work too, but it's right on the edge. I mean, it's right down there. I mean, if you put little buttons across there, it would cover it.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I hope you liked this. It was quick, it was easy, but I love techniques. And if you can get your stencils out, like Penny, do something with your stencils and put it in the group so we can see it. I'm not putting you on the spot.
Yes, she is, Penny.
Maria, yes, you could make a bookmark with this perfectly.
Oh, yeah.
Perfectly. Because it's still wide enough. I would say it's about 1.5 inches. So, yeah, it would make a good bookmark. But just if you guys get your stuff out and just take time to play, that is the biggest thing. I mean, when I like techniques because then I can just play.
Right.
And I can use all these things for stuff later, but I'm not doing a project where I know I have to have something done. Techniques, you just have fun.
Yeah. Well, and you can get a lot of inspiration for future projects just by playing.
Oh yeah.
When I get a creative block, which it happens to all of us.
Yes.
Oh, I hate when it does, but you pull something like that out and you just start playing, and then all of a sudden your mind will start going, and you'll think, oh, I can do this with that and that with that, and it's perfect.
But what is also cool is you have all this stuff and you have the makings of a card or a project or see, like I said, okay, so this is one of my little containers. So like I have all of these all pre-die cut.
Oh, I love that.
And I have circles and rectangles, and I just have them ready because you never know. And I have all sorts of things just pre-done because it makes it easy to grab. And I have, like in the little things behind me, you guys know I have extra foil and things that are foiled and things that that you can just grab to add that little extra thing to a project.
Yep.
So yeah, that's it for today, except we're going to announce our winner, and she's here, our winner from last week.
Yep. Go
Maria,
ahead.
I'm glad you like the colors.
Oh, yeah. Go ahead. You can announce.
Okay, Rebecca, you are the winner. Rebecca Darling, you are the winner of the Stampendous package. They're going to send you a package.
Yes.
Filled with all sorts of crafty stuff.
Yes. So congratulations, Becca. Look at her.
So Rebecca, send us your mailing address. We need your mailing address for that one.
Yeah.
And then for the rest of you, like, share, and comment with the hashtag Bella Crafts to be entered for this week to receive a sampler pack of my toner papers and sentiments.
Don't want to miss out on those guys because they are awesome to work with. Yay.
Yes, they are. So next week we will be back.
Yep.
And Lisa's so good about posting her stuff way in advance, and I post mine in between ours. There are times where I have something done way in advance, but
it is what it is. Everybody has to work their own way. That's what makes the world go around.
It is.
But we have so much in common, as friends, but then we have like complete opposites. Oh, it makes me giggle.
Yes. This is true, but that's what makes it work.
Exactly. Right on.
Oh my goodness, Penny has over 300 house mouse stamps.
Oh, holy moly.
You must have started over 20 years ago when Stampendous started.
Yeah. Well, I think Stampendous bought out
House Mouse.
Yeah, I can't remember who had it before, but I think they bought it out. But yeah, very cool.
Wow.
Okay, so Rebecca's working on a house mouse now. All right, Becca, that's cool.
It's addictive. Yes.
I love house mouse. They're so cute.
They are adorable.
Okay, so are we done?
We are done, ladies. Thank you so much for joining us, and make sure you take some time to craft because
it's good for your soul.
Yes.
Really is. Trust me on this.
Yes.
All
And
right,
make
you
sure
guys.
you all share your projects. We would love to
Yeah,
see
we want to
everything you're
see
doing.
them. Yes, yes, yes. Okay, you guys, we'll see you next week.
Okay.
Bye.
Bye, everyone.